Special guest for today is on a mission. Yes, you all heard me right. Luisa Montalvo was born and raised in South Texas. She worked in Abbott Laboratories for 25 years before retiring at the age of 53. Luisa joined Toastmasters International in 1989 for 4 years, then rejoined in 2023.
She placed second in the international contest in 2019 and in 2024. She became Toastmasters World Champion of Public Speaking and is the first Hispanic to achieve this honor.
For the last 8 years, Luisa has been rescuing and transporting homeless dogs across the US and has fostered over 1,000 dogs. She finds joy in saving animals, inspiring others through her speeches, and making friends along the way. Her mission is to make her mother proud.
Now, I invite Toastmaster Luisa Montalvo to say some inspiring words.
Thank you so much. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, loud and clear.
Spotlight.
Yeah.
Spotlight.
Very good. Well, as the one who introduced me just said, I am here in South Texas. In fact, I am all the way on the other side of the world. Right now for you it's morning, and for me it's night. But I want to tell you something the very beginning right now, is what I see with you. So many young students not afraid to speak in public. I am very surprised and I am very impressed. I am so glad to be here to speak to you today. Usually, when I speak to an audience, the audience is all adults. Everybody is 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. So when I have the honor to speak to you students who are so young, it makes me very happy. You see, when you are kids, and you are kids, you have your whole life ahead of you. And that's a really beautiful thing. And I think what's even better and impresses me so much is that all of you not only know your mother tongue, but you also know English, and you speak it very well. You don't know just how smart and intelligent you are because you speak more than one language. Many people here that live in the United States only speak one language. So for most of you to be able to speak more than one language, but you want to know about me? About what I used to do when I was a kid growing up? Yeah. You know what I dreamed of being? I wanted to be a veterinarian when I was growing up. Now, for those of you that maybe don't know what a veterinarian is, they take care, they're like a doctor, but for animals. Like for cats, and dogs, and birds, and bunny rabbits, and snakes. Are any of you afraid of snakes?
Yes.
I'm not afraid of snakes. You are? It's understandable. Most people are afraid of snakes. But you know what most people are really afraid of? Public speaking. So for all of you to be here, learning to be better public speakers at your young age, wow. Again, I am very impressed. Well, back to what I was saying about me wanting to be a veterinarian. I wanted to be a doctor, but for animals, because I love dogs and I love cats. I wound up going to school, and I started learning about all the math and science and biology and chemistry I was going to have to learn to be be a good veterinarian. And I have to admit, it was not my best subject, any of those. So what did I do? After I finished college, I wound up getting a job. And my job was like any other job. And this is what I want to tell you. This is what I want you to remember. Even though I was having fun at my job, I want you to go out into the world and do something that makes you happy. I want you to have a job that you love. That way when you go to work, you're excited to go to work. And it's something that you want to do. I know all of you are very smart. And I know whatever you choose to do, you're going to do it. I worked for Abbott Laboratories for 25 years. And then, do you know what I did? I retired. I stopped working because I could. I had already worked 25 years. And one day, I got on Facebook on my computer, and somebody needed someone to take care of a mama dog and 6 baby puppies. I thought, I can do that. So I started to take care of the mama dog and the puppies. And then, when people heard that I was very good at it, they started asking me if I could take care of more mama dogs and puppies. And my answer was always yes. So when I retired, after I worked, I found out that maybe I wasn't able to be a veterinarian, but I could still help animals. And that made me very happy. In fact, do you know who wants me to get ready to go to bed right now? Do you want me to show you who's in bed waiting for me?
Yes.
Yes.
Two, three. 3 dogs. They are my dogs, and they are waiting for me to go to bed. And it makes me so happy that I can take care of them. And if anything happens to them, I know that I'll be here to help them to get better. I want you to realize that whatever you want to do in your life, you can do it. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. Believe in yourself. I know that whatever you set your mind to, you can do. So what about Toastmasters? Why are you here? Why are you learning how to speak? Did you know that if you and I go for the same job later in life, and you write down Toastmasters on your resume, and I don't go to women, and she would have a meeting every Tuesday night, and I would have to go with her to those meetings. I was 10 years old, and she would be up there in front of all these women and speak, and then she looked at me and she said, "Luisa?" I said, "Yes, Mom." She said, "Would you like to say anything to all these women about Avon?" My turn? I was 10 years old. So I stood in front of 200 women and talked for about 1 minute. But I wasn't afraid. In fact, I liked it. I liked getting on stage and being able to say what I wanted to say. So I've been speaking in front of people, in front of an audience, since I was 10 years old. Who else is doing that right now? You are. You are. You're young. You're getting up in front of people. You're giving speeches. Like I said, wow. I wound up joining Toastmasters when I was about 28 years old. But do you know why I joined Toastmasters? Do you know what I love to do? I love to enter contests all the time. I always wanted to win. But do you know how many times I lost at contests? Can anybody guess?
Can I guess?
Say some number.
62.
62.
62.
How many?
62. 62.
62.
52.
62 they are saying. 62.
Oh, no, that would be too many. I lost over 40 contests before I started winning. What does that mean? You see, no matter what you're going to do in life, I knew that I wanted to win. So I didn't give up. Every time that I lost, it wasn't like losing. In fact, every time that I lost, I learned something about myself. I said, they didn't like that. I'm going to have to try something different. So every time I got back on stage and I tried something different. Until one day, guess what? I won. I won a district. I had been trying for 13 years to win that district. And finally, I won. I kept winning. And I kept winning. And I kept winning. Whatever you're going to do in your life is not going to come really quick. And it's not really going to be easy. But I know that you have the perseverance and dedication to do whatever you want. Not only that, you speak more than one language. Not only that, you're here in a club that's teaching you how to speak in front of an audience. You know, I'm going to tell you something. You know what we worry about, us adults? We worry that the children that are growing up right now, you're going to be adults someday. You're going to have jobs, you're going to get married, you're going to have children, you're going to be doing all these things. But because you're young right now, you speak in front of an audience, you know more than one language, you are the future for us. And I used to worry about the future for us older people. But tonight, wow, tonight I see all of you. You look great. You speak in front of an audience. You're intelligent. And I know whatever you are going to do, you're going to succeed. I'm going to finish up my speech because I want to know if any of you have any questions that you want to ask me. Because I want you to know that anybody that wants help in a competition, in speaking, in whatever it is you need, I want to help you. Because I see the future. And the future looks very good. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak to you. I wish you all the best luck in the world. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Anyone has question, just raise your hand, I bring the mic to you.
Or you can ask any questions. Any questions?
So we'll randomly choose
Yeah.
someone.
She has some. You have.
You have a question?
Yeah.
Come here. You can now. Introduce yourself and then ask. Anyone?
Ma'am, I'm Nirmala. I'm studying in 6th standard. In which year you started to speak aloud?
So if I was 10 years old, I think it was fifth grade, and you are in sixth grade. How old are you right now?
11.
11. There you go. Basically the same age. And look at you. Look at the way you're standing. Look how confident you look. And you don't have a problem asking questions. That is very good. I am so proud of you for doing that. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Thank you.
Anyone else? Come on, Anjali. Who's the next person? Introduce us.
Sira, go.
Hi, ma'am.
Sira, go.
I'm Anjali.
Hi.
I'm in
Also
10th
speak without
grade.
fear again.
I'm currently 15. Being have won so many amazing competitions and contests, I would have to ask you, how do you choose a topic when you think about going and speaking on stage?
That's a great question, and I'm glad you asked me. If you are going to want to compete on stage, let me tell you, watch my face, okay? So, if you ask me to talk about dogs, oh my gosh, yes, I love talking about dogs. If you ask me to talk about chemistry, no. So, would you rather see somebody talk about something that they don't like, or would you rather hear me talk about dogs?
Or
You
dogs?
see, whatever it is you want to speak about, make sure you're passionate about it. And that way the audience will see your excitement and see your passion, and then they're going to want to listen to you. So that's how I choose what to me is important, something I'm passionate about. No, thank you. Good luck.
Hi, ma'am. I'm Chetna and I'm in 8th grade now.
Okay.
So, what is one advice that you would give to us kids in this age category about public speaking that would make us better in speaking?
What is the one thing I would give for you as advice? I actually want you to know that I was a little nervous and afraid, but realize that every time you get in front of an audience, you're going to get better and better and better. Remember, there are a lot of students out there right now that are not doing what you're doing. So you are already that much more comfortable in front of an audience than the other students are. So anytime you have a chance to get in front of an audience and give a speech, do it. That's the advice I give. Okay? Thank you.
So, hi, I'm AK Aradhana.
Okay.
I have a question. So,
Sure.
when you won the first time in the district level, how did you feel?
I didn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was so used to losing. I didn't believe I won. And everybody came up and said congratulations. And I was just, I think for a whole week, I was just so excited that I had finally won. Because, you know, you will try something that you really like, and guess what? It's like riding a bike. Were you able to ride a bike the first time you tried how to ride a bike? No, it takes practice and practice and practice. And then one day you get on that bike and you're riding and you're going and you're like, yes! And that's exactly how I felt. I was so excited. Thank you for reminding me of that good time.
Myself, Sarah Karthik from 6th grade. Can you tell us some techniques to improve our body language?
Can I tell you some what? You broke up.
Can you tell us some techniques to improve our body language?
Techniques for body language. I would say some of the techniques for body language are, okay, well let me ask you, is there a group of kids that you hang around? Do you have some friends?
Yeah.
Yes. How many are in that group?
50. I have 50.
Wow. Yeah, that's still a lot. Okay, so let's say something happened to you the night before at your house, and you have all your friends around in a circle, and you want to tell them about it. What are you going to do? Are you going to be standing like this? So last night at home, did you know what happened? No, you're going to be going, oh my God, you know what happened last night? I can't wait to tell you. So when you're on stage, pretend you're talking to your friends, and then the audience sees and feels like they're one of your friends. And that's what it is. That's what makes it all relatable, and that's what makes the audience want to listen to it. Okay? Thank you. Hello.
I know that I'm a parent of Ansika here. I just wanted to ask you how to structure your speaking while you're on the stage. And the second thing is how to crack a joke. Like, will you do that, or do you recommend as a practice? So that creates a bonding between you and the audience.
Okay, and so the second part was cracking the joke. What was the first part? Oh, how do I structure myself?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a very old little saying that we have in Toastmasters when you're going to give a speech. You're going to do three things. One, tell them what you're going to tell them. Two, tell them. And three, tell them what you told them. So the first part of your speech is going to be about what you're going to be talking about. And it's kind of not really an out, but it's almost, hey, you know what? This is what I'm going to be talking about. Now what's very, very important is in that second part of the speech, I recommend you give a personal story. Because that's when the audience starts listening. Because we all love a story. So don't get up there and just say something about how to change a car battery or how to walk a dog and then just talk about it. No. You know what happened to me the other day? Let me give you an example of what happened. You're going to put in that personal story in the middle. And that's what's going to get your audience to want to listen to you. And then for the third part of the speech, you're going to remind them about what you wanted to say, about your message, and about your story. That's when you put it all together. So the first part is the introduction. You're going to give them ideas of what you're going to talk about. The second part is going to be your story, which is going to make them want to listen. And then the third part, you're wrapping everything up and telling them, this is why I told you this story. So I hope that helps. Oh, what was the second part?
So would you recommend putting a joke in between your speech?
Yes. Yes. Well, putting in an appropriate joke for humor. Because people always love to laugh. Not everybody wants to cry, so people always want to laugh. So if you can put in a joke, yes, I would recommend it. That way, it does two things. It makes the audience want to listen to you because you're going to start saying jokes, a few of them, and then two, if you say a joke and nobody laughs, that might mean nobody's listening. So, yes, I would say a joke or two. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Good question.
Then you became a Toastmaster, and how you felt about it?
In what year did I become a Toastmaster?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. The first time I joined, when I was working at Abbott Laboratories, was in 1989, which was a very long time ago for you. And I was very, very excited to be a Toastmaster because when I was in school like you, I would love to compete in speech contests. But you know what happens after you graduate? They don't let you compete in those contests anymore because you're not in school anymore. And it's what I love to do. So when Toastmasters came around and I joined, and they said, do you want to compete? I said yes. I hadn't competed in anything in over 10 years. So I was very excited to be able to compete. And you can be 20 years old, you can be 40, you can be 60, you can be 80 years old and still compete. So I was very excited to join Toastmasters. Thank you. Great question.
I'm Shivika Shriram and I'm currently studying in grade 7. My age is 12. At which year you won the contest and how was your feeling?
The first time that I went to the finals
Yes.
was 20, and I came in second in the world, and I thought, wow. In fact, I was so happy about it, I didn't think I was going to compete anymore. But one lady came up to me and told me, you should go for first place. And I thought, oh my gosh, am I going to have to do this another 7 years? But I won in 5 years. So I was very excited to win last year. I couldn't believe it sometimes. I still don't believe it. But it was very, very amazing. I was so happy. And last year was probably one of the best years of my life. So thank you for asking that question.
Can we have more questions? Children are actually curious.
Yeah, I'm wide awake.
Hi ma'am, I'm
Hello.
Bhavanti. I'm currently studying in 6th standard. I would like to know what was the incident that made you to know that there is a thing called Toastmasters?
Funny story. I was at work at Abbott Laboratories. I was walking down the hall. I had to go fill out some paperwork, and I heard everybody laughing in the room. And I thought, people are working. People don't laugh at work. So I remember looking into the room, and do you know what was going on inside the room? They were having a Toastmaster humorous contest. And I thought, oh my gosh, a contest. I want to be in the contest. So that's when I joined, and that's why I joined, because I love to compete. And I was just saying, I was very, very happy when I found out that I could still compete in contests, even though I wasn't in school anymore. So that's why.
And can you say what was the contest that you first participated in?
It was in 1990. It was the year after I joined. It was a humorous contest, and I won second place at the regional level, which I thought was pretty good for my first year.
That sounds great.
But yes, thank you. Oh, sorry, what was the question?
I just asked what was the first contest you participated in?
Yes, it was the humorous contest in 1990, and I placed second at regional. So, thank you.
Sounds great.
Hi, Luisa. I'm Sujay.
Hello.
Yeah, part of Toastmasters Club. Now, I have 2 questions.
Okay.
One is, how can someone be so dedicated like you? Okay, it's 1:30 in the night, and you're with us. Thank you so much. It's very insightful. And now, if you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice as a speaker, what would it be?
Table topics there are.
So the first question is, why so dedicated, correct?
Yeah, so, I see you everywhere. And whenever you get a chance, you seize that opportunity and be with people to talk. you would love only to talk all the time. Yeah. So how could you be so dedicated and in this odd hour, 1:30, and you're still with us, not in the bed yet?
So this goes back to something that my father told my mother when I was in high school. I was going to be in a play. I had the lead role, and I asked my mother if she could come and see me in the play. And she told me that she said I have to clean the house, and I have a very important meeting, so I don't think I'm going to be able to go see you in the play. And my father heard my mother tell me that, and so my father told my mother. He said, Magdalena, do you think Luisa is going to remember that the house was clean when she was growing up, or that you were there watching her in the audience? And my mother said, well, she's probably going to remember me being in the audience. He says, yes, so you're going to go watch her. And my mother did. And then he also told her, you realize right now she's in high school and she's still living here at home. But once she moves away and she goes to live her life, she might not be inviting you anymore. So you go when you get invited. So when I got the invitation to come and speak here to this group, I say yes, because one day I won't be getting invited anymore. And the least I can do, now that I feel I am Toastmaster brand, is anything to do with Toastmasters I want to support. So that was that.
If you could go back to your younger self, what is that one piece of advice that you would give as a speaker?
If I could go back to my younger self, I would say, you're trying to tell myself right now, go do more. Go do more. Go speak more. Go put yourself out there. Go advertise. Go brand yourself. Because I love doing it. And if I would have been doing this starting at the age of 30 instead of 65, I don't even know what I would have been able to have accomplished. So I would tell my younger self, go do more. There you go.
Thank you so much. You're a real inspiration, Luisa. We all love you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi Luisa, how are you? Remember me?
Fantastic. I
I'm
love
ready
you.
to come. Yeah, I'm ready to come. I've taken a lot of pics during your Discover 55. Love to see you again. It was a great day. Luisa, one question I want to ask you. You told you are working a lot in your contestant part. You are a contestant continuously. I'm so surprised to see your commitment and consistency. What I spoke today to the children. One thing I want to ask you, Luisa, during this period, are you working in your leadership track also?
What?
No.
Okay.
But let me tell you. Wait, I have a reason. It's not an excuse. I have a reason.
Okay.
You see, I wanted to win #1 in the world. And every time you compete, you cannot be an area director or a division or district. You can't do any of that.
Exactly.
So I had to choose, okay, do you want to keep competing or do you want to do leadership? I'm not crazy about leadership. I know everybody else is, but I just want to be on stage and speak. But I have been asked by a lot of leaders in my district
Okay.
when I'm going to doing leadership, and I think I have to now. So yeah.
So in your club XCOM roles, have you taken XCOM roles? There's also a leadership XCOM.
Oh, you mean like president and secretary?
Yes.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yeah. I'm actually president right now of my club.
Oh, great,
And
great.
I think in the last 12 years, this is probably the 4th time I've been president of the club.
Okay.
Yes, yes. That's do.
Yeah, I also love to contest. So past 2 years I'm not contesting since earlier I was editor director and now I'm a division director. In fact, I'm also missing that contest fever and all. I'm becoming back again. Thank you. Love you so much. Love you so much.
Thank you so much and good luck.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lisa.
Hi, Luisa.
Hello.
Hi, myself Natarajan. Coming from you, this will be really great for not only all the kids who are here, and also for all the coordinators who want to work with the children actively. Two words which, when people come and talk on stage, it entirely spoils or makes the speech go flat are so and then. I hope you agree. And at a very young age, if we could get this practice from kids, that like how to avoid this word so multiple times or then. And very recently, like a couple of weeks back, we had our first storytelling contest. Most of the speeches were all, the content was very good. The delivery was slightly just below the par because of only of these two words. If these two words were avoided, the story would have been in a very different level. The content would have reached the audience to greater extent. So at this young age, and if it comes from you, this such a beautiful advice, how to avoid these past killers we used to call the counter, how it will help them in molding their speech. So it will be helpful for us as well as for the kids. So over to you, Luisa.
Thank you. And you're very, you're right on it. You're exactly right. Anytime you keep saying so, or then, or and, if you don't need to, that really kills a lot of it. What I learned that we are afraid of when we're speaking is we are afraid of the pause. We're afraid of silence. We feel we have to say something, so we say so when you don't have to. Or then, or and. We used to do something, oh my gosh, it drove me crazy in my club. But, and I hate to say it was a clicker. And it would make that sound, it would click, 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 like real loud. And so whoever was the grammarian or the odd counter, whoever was speaking would say so, or then, or and, we would click it. And then we had to put in like 25 cents, like a little bit of money, into a little jar every time we said the words, because we weren't supposed to be saying the words. So when you're thinking, oh my gosh, I don't want one, I don't want to have to say anything, and two, I don't want that clicker to sound. But there was one lady in our club who always said so, and then, and. And as soon as we started using the clicker, she started listening to herself, and she stopped. I don't know. I know there's other ways, probably better ways, but I think for instant memory or instant capability for you to be able to stop, you might want to try a clicker. I don't know. That's not for everybody, though. Not everybody likes that style. You could even ask your audience, just to get your audience participating. Okay, you know what? Okay, kids, anytime I say and, I want you to clap. Or anytime I say so, I want you to clap. So now you have the audience listening, and if I say so, and everybody claps, exactly, right. There you go, just like that the little student in the front row who clapped their hands when I said so. See, now you get the audience clapping, and so now the audience is listening for it, and the speaker is listening for it. So try that.
Thanks a lot, Luisa. That was an excellent We feel really privileged for you joining us today at this midnight hour. We let you and go and sleep along with your beautiful kids. Thank you so much for joining us, Luisa.
Hang on.
And we have last request. Can you tell us the names of Can you tell the names?
Yes, this one's my favorite. Her name is Color. L-R, her initials. So this one's Color. And then, come here. Come here, Scooter. Scooter. This one's Scooter. Come here, Frank. Frank. Come here, Frank. Come here. This one looks like Scooter, but he's not Scooter. And I'm only taking care of him for a little bit. No, stop it. Stop. But I want you to see if you can see the color of his eyes. See his eyes?
Yeah.
Good boy. He's a good boy. Okay, Frank. So it's Frank, Scooter, and Color. And they sleep with me every night. And I have 5 more dogs, but there's the other one. Yep.
Thank you so much, Luisa. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll again give a big round of applause to Luisa.
It's been an honor for me, and I am again so very impressed with the level of intelligence of these students that you have here. Just wow, just wow. That's amazing. Amazing. Great job. Great job. Great job.
Thank you.
Luisa, one small surprise for you. 1,
Ooh.
2, 3. Thank you and we love you, Luisa.
Congratulations on 50 meetings. That's amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And have a good night's sleep.
Thank you. I will.
Take care, Lisa. We'll meet again.
Okay, yes, hopefully we will. Good night or good morning.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
MC.